A few months ago, a Kentucky snake-handling pastor named Jaime Coots died of a snake bite. Now, we covered that on the show. The church they run believes that the snake venom is a test from God, and of course you have to deny modern medicine as a sign of your faith. If you take modern medicine, you just don't believe in Jesus enough. So get your shit together and say no to modern medicine as you're laying there dying. Well, Jaime Coots' son, Cody, took over all responsibilities at the church after his dad died. Let me pause there for a second. How ridiculous is that? You watched your dad die from a snake bite. So either what he was doing is bullshit, and, the whole belief system and the structure is wrong, or your dad was a bad guy and he didn't believe in Jesus enough. But either way, shouldn't that be a red flag to you? Hey, my dad's gone, died from a snake bite. Let me go ahead and handle snakes myself. It's amazing he continued to do that. Well, he also just got bitten by a poisonous snake on Monday. Well done. Well done. We need to give this guy the Idiot of the Year award. Now, fortunately, Cody's bite wasn't as bad as his dad's, and he survived. And keep in mind, his dad had also been bitten multiple times before the bite that killed him. And this time with Cody, his hand turned gigantic and turned black, and his body swelled up, and he violently vomited all night. And he also denied medical care. Well done, you fruit basket. So he was in extreme pain the entire time. And here's the thing, man. This story is so interesting to me because it shows you what I call the power of culture. How if you're raised in a certain circumstance, in a certain scenario, with certain beliefs and traditions, a human is so malleable. You could just be raised to believe anything. Like if you're raised in a society and in a household that values science and reason and logic and enlightenment principles and debating and figuring things out and the search for knowledge, that's the type of human being you're gonna raise. Of course, there's some, things that biologically go into it, like what's your intelligence level, what's your IQ level, what are your limits, et cetera, et cetera. But by and large, people are very malleable. You could have somebody raised in that scenario or raised by fucking wolves and they'll act like wolves, or raised in a fundamentalist Islamic household, or raised in an Al-Qaeda household, and they will believe, no, of course, we're the right ones. We're the justified ones. We're totally moral. Everybody else is immoral. Are you kidding me? And it's the same thing here. The idea that I'm going to take this thing that my dad did and died doing, okay, that there's no evidence for the whole belief system of the Bible. They base it on a Bible passage that says that you're supposed to handle snakes because it's a test and it shows your love in God, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to do that despite the fact that there's no evidence that my dad did it. And why is he doing it? Again, the reason he's doing it is because he was raised in that scenario. So it's a scary story, and it's a story where you think this guy's a fucking idiot, right? But at the same time, there's a bright side to this story. That being that as many people as there are out there raising their kids to be idiots and raising their kids to have these stupid dogmatic worldviews based on holy books that aren't holy books, that are fucking made up as much as Mother Goose, okay? As however many people there are doing that, well, look, it's our job to try to raise kids to be smart, be intellectual, care about philosophy and science and reason. It's actually give a shit about things that would advance the human condition, whether it's the next breakthrough in medicine, the next breakthrough in technology, or whatever it happens to be, the next moral breakthroughs that we can get. I mean, that's where we need to put our efforts to try to combat these fools who are raising people to, yeah, man, just handle that snake this time. I know your daddy died, but hey, if it bites you, you can also refuse modern medicine, man. It's a test from Jesus again.